It's time for GMA3. Fast food freefall, sales softening at some of your favorite chains, especially for breakfast. What it all means. Laboo Scams, the new warning for fans of the year's it item, from counterfeits to swindles on fake sites. We're going to tell you what to watch out for. Jennifer Aniston opening up like never before. The morning show star's new cover shoot, what she's saying about some famous friends, and her lunch with Michelle Obama. And Julianne and Derek Huff are here. The super siblings tell us about their new tour. And dish on Dancing with the Stars. It is time for GMA3.
From ABC News headquarters in New York City, this is GMA3.
I feel like we need to learn some new dance moves today. We're going to have some pros on here. You know, I need some new ones. Hey, everybody, I'm Lindsay Davis.
And I'm Will Reed alongside Ginger Z and Gio Benitez. We're so glad to be with you and that you can join us on this Monday.
Yes, and before we dance, we have much to get to, including the father and son stars of the new Spike Lee movie called Highest to Lowest. Jeffrey and Elijah Wright are here. They're going to tell us about working together.
You guys, that movie looks so good. So good. And we're also getting a look at some of Self Magazine's sneaker awards with top picks for commuting and for time off. All of that is ahead.
Looking forward to that, but we are going to first start with breaking down the sales at some fast food giants. Stephanie Ramos is here with the latest numbers. And if they're hinting at trouble ahead, Stephanie, good to see you.
Great to see you as well, Will. These fast food chains are really struggling right now when it comes to breakfast. The numbers show people are skipping buying breakfast outside of their home. Eating out, especially in the morning, is one of the first things people cut back on when they're financially stretched. We've been hearing from a lot of fast food giants recently, including Wendy's, KFC, Pizza Hut, and Popeyes, who all say same-store sales were down from the first 3 months of the year. Here's the good news for consumers is that McDonald's is showing some signs of improvement because they're rolling out new value and menu offerings. That means more value options for people looking for deals. So the McGriddle, the bacon, egg, and cheese, look out for that. It might be half off. Yes, or just a cup of OJ, yeah.
Thank you so much, Stephanie.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, so coming now to the history being made in baseball. The first woman to ump a game in the majors. Janae Norman is here with what Jen Powell is saying about the experience.
Good morning, good afternoon to you, Ginger. It's so great because usually officials are trying to have as little impact as possible on the game, but this was historic for both Jen Powell and the MLB, an incredible experience that she says she's just grateful for.
And with that first pitch, Jen Powell has officially made history.
A major first for Major League Baseball. Jen Powell becoming the first female umpire in league history.
Yep, they are going to authenticate it. And Jen Powell will forever get to keep that ball.
Calling balls and strikes behind home plate during Sunday's game between the Atlanta Braves and Miami Marlins.
Joey Wentz likes that first call from Jim Powell. Powell punching out Stowers.
After 10 years and 1,200 minor league games, Powell getting her first crack at major league action during Saturday's doubleheader.
Just incredible. Like dream came true. Like the dream actually came true today.
As she took the field, the crowd holding signs of support. One saying, "Welcome to the show, Jen."
It was pretty amazing when we took the field, and it seemed like quite a few people started clapping and saying my name and stuff, so that was pretty intense.
Miami's manager praising Powell.
And Jen did a really nice job. I think she seemed very composed back there. She handled and managed the game very well, and a big day for her, big day for Major League Baseball.
The hat she wore already heading to the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown.
It's just fuel for the fire. I'm going to go out there and work harder tomorrow and just keep it going.
Just keep it going. She started in the minor leagues nearly a decade ago and worked in the AAA championship game in 2023 and in spring training games last year and this year before being called up. And as you saw there, guys, she received high marks from the players and managers on how she did this weekend.
Well, we just learned you played softball.
I did. I loved cracking the bat, stealing bases, all the good stuff.
You were never like safe. You were never.
I was always safe. No, I was never on that. I was always safe. I was never on that side.
All right. Thanks, Janae. And now to a warning. warning about one of the summer's hottest toys. You all know it. The Better Business Bureau says Laboo scams. They are popping up all over with fake bargains and cheap knockoffs. Geo, take it away, the Laboobos.
I feel like we keep talking about it just because we love saying Laboo, right? And everybody's so into this, right? So adults, celebrities, they're all clamoring for the cute and cuddly must-have companion of the season. The fuzzy little thing is fueling $1 billion industry, and big bucks often mean trouble. The Better Business Bureau now warning parents to be on guard for scammers. They say that people are ordering Laboobos online, waiting weeks and getting nothing, or a counterfeit version that just doesn't fit the bill. The BBB's scam tracker has recorded over 80 reports of people receiving those counterfeits, better known as Lafufus. That's what I like saying more than Laboobos, the Lafufus. They're even popping up in local stores, and they're nothing like the authentic Laboobos made by the Beijing-based manufacturer Pop Mart. So that's how you know. Customers who mistakenly bought fakes tell us that they're poorly made with heads and hands that spin around. They're not supposed to do that, guys. Eyes popping out, not good.
Oh, no.
That can be very scary for kids, I'd imagine.
We also learned last week that the Lafufus have a different number of teeth.
Yes.
Than the
You
Oh, do they really?
Yeah, 9 versus 10. I forget which is which. But count the teeth, I guess.
So what kind of precautions other than counting the teeth because you can't do that if you're buying it online. So if you are a consumer, what should you be looking for to make sure you don't get the Lafufu?
The Fufu. Okay, so this is what the BBB says right now. So they say that customers should use, obviously, common sense. If a deal is too good to be true, that's probably a good sign that it is. But shop from reputable retailers, right? Beware of clicking on sponsored ads. You just never know where those are coming from. And use secure payment methods like credit cards, right? Because if something goes wrong, you can call the credit card company and say, hey, listen, I didn't get a real Labooboo.
Yeah.
God forbid. All right.
Something about the way you say it, Gio.
That makes me smile. All right, Gio, thank you so much for that. And coming up here, Dr. Darian Sutton is in the building. He's answering your questions about common ailments and what you can do about them. Stay with us.
Back now, and it's time to talk health. You all sent us your questions about common ailments, from hiccups to eye twitches and what you can do about it. Our ABC News medical correspondent, Dr. Darian Sutton, is here with all the answers. Welcome. Good afternoon to you. Our first question is from a viewer named Kate. Let's take a look.
Hey, Dr. Darian. Sometimes I feel my eye twitch throughout the day. What's causing it, and what can I do about it?
I've had that before. I never really thought.
All of us have had it. It's
We okay?
We are all okay. I can promise you. Thank you for answering the most important question, because probably, we talk about high blood pressure, diabetes, but these types of questions are what bring people to asking doctors at any point in time. So it's called a blepharospasm. It's another word for your eye twitching. Now, most often it's due to things that we can control. For example, our caffeine intake, or even exposure to nicotine, sleep disturbances, or lack of sleep, and even potential vitamin imbalances. When we talked last week about vitamin D, magnesium, B12, those are common culprits of this. But most importantly, it's usually a stimulus like caffeine or alcohol the night before that might be causing it. You really don't have to worry about it, but if you have other symptoms, for example, numbness or weakness to other parts of your body, you should get it examined, because it could be a part of a larger picture.
Okay, important distinction there. Next up, our viewer Christine has a question. She says, quote, I sometimes get random nosebleeds. What is the best way to get them to stop?
Yeah, well, this does bring patients to the emergency room, especially when they're rapid and you can't stop them. So one thing that you can do is to not do what you see on television. Normally, when you see people with nosebleeds, they pinch their nose in the wrong way and they lean back. That causes you to swallow a lot of blood, and that can be just uncomfortable. So if you do get a nosebleed, and we can all do it, you want to feel on your nose. You have your bony part, and you want to pinch right below where the bony part ends. That's the sweet spot for a nosebleed.
Oh, there's a
and
little
most importantly, exactly, you feel that? You want to lean forward. This allows you, and you want to hold it for 10 to 15 minutes. Now, in 2025, 10 to 15 minutes, as Will noted, is a very long time. So you got to make sure you hold it, no peeking, and avoid blowing your nose for at least a day or two.
10 to 15 minutes.
Blowing your nose for a day or two?
Yeah.
That sounds even worse.
I know, these things can be but it can help prevent you from going to the ER.
Where's the tissue box for Gio?
She's like, I'm going to do the old way.
We do have one last question.
Yes.
This one is from Liam.
Hi, Dr. Darian. Why do I always get the hiccups? What can I do to stop them? Thank you.
Liam looks just like one of my good friends, the son of our producer, Jessica Yankalunas. That's so interesting. But really important question. I'll answer it as if I'm talking to my pediatric patients. Liam, so sometimes our bodies do things that we can't control. We breathe, we blink, and for the same reason we have hiccups. A big muscle in our stomach is called our diaphragm, and sometimes it twitches, and that causes air to go in our lungs, and that causes our voice box to close, which causes that sound of of a hiccup. And so often it's due to just irritation. For example, if you drink something bubbly, or again, if you're having lack of sleep or stress. Many times the ways to stop it are to stop the reflex of our hiccup. It's a transfer from our brain to a nerve to our diaphragm. So some ways you can do that is holding your breath, expanding your diaphragm.
So that's real. The holding your breath is real.
Holding your breath. Drinking something cold quickly. It can the reflex of the vagus nerve can re-stimulate it or reset it. Also other things that you can do, it's not standing on one foot. I know that Liam probably thinks that is something that's accurate. That's not going to change the outcome of your hiccups. You don't have to be worried about hiccups unless they last longer than a day. And I have had patients where they do last longer than a day or two, and that requires a workup because it could be a problem with your brain, the nerve that supplies your diaphragm, or your diaphragm itself. So that does need to be worked out.
Scaring someone?
Doesn't?
I don't think scaring someone works.
But it is fun. I like that one.
I do a scoop of peanut butter.
A scoop of peanut butter has not been validated in the studies, but if it works, it works. I will say you could try a squeeze of a lemon because certain things that are sour can reset that reflex.
I bite a slice of lemon like I'm eating an orange.
And that is a trait or a trick that does work.
Yeah. I drink from the opposite.
Yeah, I do that too.
The opposite side of the
I think the only thing that will have.
All the tips.
All right, Dr. Derry,
Thank
you so much.
Coming up in Pop News, Jennifer Aniston opens up in a new interview. All the details just ahead.
Back now, we've got Geo and Pop News.
Shall we start with Jennifer Aniston?
Let's do it.
It's always a great place to start, right? So Jennifer Aniston gracing the cover of Vanity Fair's September issue, and inside the magazine, she is opening up about her real-life Hollywood friends, like Sandra Bullock, saying, quote, "We were from that time in the business where no one wanted the ladies to be friends. It was about pitting everyone against each other." Aniston also talking about friendship, her friendship with Gwyneth Paltrow, saying that they are always looking to one another for advice. She even reveals more about the start of their friendship, saying, quote, "Ironically, I went to her and Brad's engagement party." Turns out their friendship outlasted both of their relationships with Pitt. Other famous friends mentioned Jason Bateman, Adam Sandler, former First Lady Michelle Obama, who she says she had dinner with recently. And if you're thinking about any of those headlines lately mentioning Jennifer and the former president, well, Aniston says that didn't even come up. Okay,
I can understand.
Right?
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
Subject.
Absolutely. You can check out the whole interview right now on VF.com. The September issue hits newsstands August 19th. And after that, Aniston stars in the 4th season of The Morning Show, premiering September 17th on Apple TV+. How much do we love that show?
Yes. Oh, it's fantastic.
It's so good.
It's so documentary.
And I love watching.
I was going to say, it's nothing like it.
I was going to say, I don't know, the private jet to a wildfire right off the top.
During the daytime. What's that, light update?
All right, so from the morning show, let's go to the Spider-Verse, right? Thanks to Tom Holland, the Marvel superhero, giving fans a behind-the-scenes look at the first day of production of Spider-Man, A Brand New Day, the highly anticipated 4th movie in the Spider-Man franchise. Take a look at this.
Yeah, I feel good, man. It's day one. My 4th ever day one on Spider-Man. You know, it's funny, putting the suit on, it feels different this time, somehow. It's also the first time we've ever had fans on set for day one, so it's really exciting to share this with them.
Oh, that is so cool. Filming began earlier this month in Scotland, and Holland recently told reporters that they're leaning into old-school filmmaking, shooting on real locations rather than a soundstage. He says that this movie has the energy and feel of the first Spider-Man he made back in 2017, and we can see Tom swing onto the big screen when Spider-Man: A Brand New Day hits theaters on July 31st of next year, of next year.
Under a year away.
Yeah, under a year away. That's exciting. Okay, so how about some TV news now. Sports Illustrated model and former Dancing with the Stars competitor Brooks Nader is coming back to our screens with a new reality series. It features the 4 Nader sisters and their ultimate exploration of what it really means to make it. And the first trailer just dropped. You know we have it right here.
Oldest to youngest, it's Brooks, Mary Holland, me, Sarah Jane. And I run the show. Being a supermodel, I was introduced to this fast-paced, hustle-bustle lifestyle, and I wanted to bring my sisters along for the ride.
A lot of fun there. The synopsis says, sometimes you only need to trust the sister who has your back. The show is called Love Thy Nader, and it premieres, that's a great name, premieres Tuesday, August 26 at 9 p.m. Eastern on Freeform, and all episodes stream the next day on Hulu. Love Thy Nader. I love that. Finally, some sports news. Will, I'm taking this from you. Okay? Some serious yardage. No, you're getting what's in the prompter. Some serious yardage here coming out of the NFL preseason. Check out Cam Little of the Jacksonville Jaguars. He nailed a 70-yard field goal Saturday night against Pittsburgh Steelers. That incredible kick would have broken the NFL record if it happened during a regular season game. Unfortunately, it was not enough for the Jaguars to win, but we know who to watch when the season kicks off in September. Cam, you are on the radar.
I mean, that is remarkable.
Yeah.
70 yards, never been done before.
Yeah, just do it again. Then it'll count.
During the real season.
You got some stats?
It's really hard. I have no stats. All I know is that we're getting counted down. Stats are 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Here they are. Coming up, the real-life father and son starring on screen in the new Spike Lee movie, Highest to Lowest. Jeffrey and Elijah Wright are here. Stay with us.
Welcome back to GMA3.
Yes, welcome back to GMA3. Tomorrow on GMA, Tori Johnson is here kicking off a 3-day Deals and Steals Summer Festival of Savings. Tomorrow she's going to have home and travel deals that you're just going to love, all at least 50% off.
That's great. And Oscar winner Questlove will be here telling us about his documentary Sly Lives, about the great band Sly and the family Stone, its influence on music from the 60s up until present day.
Plus, we've got Denzel Washington here to talk about his new movie with Spike Lee called Highest to Lowest.
And we are joined now by two of his co-stars, father and son duo, Tony and Emmy-winning winner Jeffrey Wright and Elijah Wright. Great to have you both.
Thank you. This looks so good.
Yes.
So good.
Not only are you all father and son in real life, you also play father and son. Now, I learned a little earlier, Jeffrey, I do not want to give the spoiler, so I'm going to just say you all play opposite Denzel Washington, who is a music mogul, and he has a moral dilemma. You all are at the center of it. You can explain how it unfolds from here.
Yeah, there's an inciting incident at the beginning in which Denzel, who's very successful, very well-known record executive, as you said, is put under pressure to pay a ransom for kidnapping.
Oh, now you're spilling the beans.
Well, it's a film based on Akira Kurosawa's classic High and Low. If you've seen that, you know, I think you got some insight. But what comes into question is, his loyalty to his own money versus his loyalty, in some sense, to love, to a friendship, the friendship between our two characters. We having grown up together, come up in the streets. I took a detour into the prison system. He became the successful man he is, and so I depend on him for many things. And in this case, the question is, how far does his love extend?
Well, how special for you to do this with your son, Elijah. This is your first feature film. This guy knows a thing or two about acting.
Yeah, a little bit.
Got any tips from him during this? Or?
Yeah. Just some great advice about just staying centered and, taking some deep breaths before, the camera start rolling, and he gets some great advice.
That's good advice, because he's always so chill.
He's chill.
And Jeffrey, in my experience, actors either encourage their kids to follow in the family business or encourage them to stay really far away from it. What was your experience growing up through the business, getting so much success, and then Elijah says he wants to do it? What happened then?
I tried the latter advice, was to steer him away. As with everything, he did not listen, clearly. But he's always been an intensely creative kid, and always with a love of film and of filmmaking. One of my greatest performances, I have to say, is in a film called Princess Shoshana and the Night Ghouls. I play one of the Night Ghouls. That's an Elijah Wright directed film that he shot. I think he was 8 years old. Could barely hold a camera, but he had the instinct for directing and for editing in a way that was super impressive. So it's yes, he's been influenced by me to some extent, but it's kind of an organic pathway for him. He as well is a musician, songwriter, and singer. He did not get his singing voice from me. That came from his mom.
He's a great voice. I got to see.
Well, I appreciate that, Elijah.
He's done some singing.
I like witnessing how father is bragging about his son right here live in person.
And we are so glad that you did not deter him, because now we get to see this film. So let's take a look at a clip.
Cool.
Sorry, I don't remember anything else. Okay, just a little more.
Detective, can he maybe have a little break?
Kyle, I know it's hard, but every second we're not out there looking for who did this, they're getting away.
Did you not hear me? How come when Trey needed the rest the other day, y'all were ready to tuck him in bed?
Now listen, I heard you, Mr. Christopher. Now why don't you stop being a pain in my butt?
Well, good, you're in the hospital. They got ointments for that.
Laughing in there too. I have to say, even when I watched my son pitch for the first time, I was nervous. How did it feel being a father on set with your son and watching this come together?
I was a bit nervous, but more so for me than for him, because when he started to, it's one thing to get the job, it's another thing to actually perform. And when he started working, there was such a groundedness about him and such a nuance and authenticity. As we do this for a while, we have a few tricks up our sleeves. I was having to throw my tricks out. I was having to really, as he said, to kind of drop down in it and keep up with him. I'm being honest, so I was more nervous about how I was going to see him next to him than the opposite, really.
And Elijah, we got a chance to hear, I was talking with your dad earlier, he was proud papa. He was like, you can find his music on Apple Music and Spotify. Right. I know you were working on an album. When are we going to be able to hear that?
Well, I got some singles coming out later this year and early next year, so that'll be exciting. And I got a song out right now called Dreams. Dropped it in June. So.
What kind of music? What's the style?
It's sort of like R&B, soulful pop music. It's like a fusion of that, and just been having a lot of fun doing that. I was making some music in London recently, so. Yeah, just working on all that stuff.
Okay. Good for you.
It was really
music in London, working Spike Lee joint.
I'm working over there, so he was visiting. But he and someone sent him some songs. Someone that he'd recorded with before sent him an album because he wanted to hear his songs in his voice. So he started writing music actually during the pandemic. He's always sung. I can always tell what kind of mood he is based on what song he's singing. But he started writing really as a means of kind of coping. As a lot of kids were going through, a challenging time there. And he wrote these songs, and then, he played some demos for me, and I was blown away. And then he recorded them. And, he hasn't stopped since.
Well, don't forget about us when you blow up.
Yeah.
Come
back.
Don't forget about me.
Single.
Don't forget I was there at the beginning.
Elijah, such a pleasure to have you both.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Highest to Lowest is in theaters on Friday and streaming on Apple TV Plus September 5th. Coming up, Julianne and Derek Huff are here.
Now with Dancing with the Stars host Julianne and Judge Derek Huff. They have won a combined 5 Emmy Awards and 8 Mirror Ball trophies, and now they're heading out on the Ovation dance tour together. We've also got a great audience this morning, or this afternoon, from Studio L Dance. I'm so happy that you all are with us, and boy, am I happy that you all have Ovation. So it's part performance, part convention or dance convention, a bunch of lessons. Is this something you dreamed up because it's something you two would have loved growing up?
Oh my gosh, absolutely. Growing up, in the competition dance world, going to conventions, you go to a weekend, it's a 3-day event. The first night's a show. The second day is master classes and with choreographers and coaches with amazing, the best in the industry. And then also the dancers get to compete themselves, and in their jazz routines, contemporary routines, and also in ballroom and Latin as well. So it's a full experience, immersive, where you walk out of that experience and you feel inspired, you feel changed, and you feel ready to become a better performer and dancer. Yeah.
And what's cool about this is, just like in pro sports, you can win a ring.
Oh, I'll have it right here. Hey!
A live video.
And by the way, way, the reasoning for this too is it seems flashy, seems kind of like
That's amazing.
crazy, but it legitimately is an actual championship ring for Ovation because
we really want to honor the fact that dancers are artistic, but they are athletes. So we like to look and think of dancers as artistic athletes to show the skill level, the dedication, the hard work, and truly the athleticism.
Truly, the most physically demanding thing anybody's ever done.
Absolutely.
Bar none.
So we want to reward them as such,
Yes.
you know what I mean, and align them with the athletes in every aspect, and also reward them in that way as well.
And also, not gonna lie, we have $25,000 cash prizes at every event. So, which again, as dancers, growing up, at least for me, it was sort of like, we were always the supporting act.
Yeah.
And dance, we are here to elevate to a whole new level, and this next generation of dancers be right at the forefront where they all belong.
You all will obviously be there on the show regularly, but who's going to be joining you?
Oh my goodness. We have a cast of amazing choreographers and coaches. We have Robbie Blue, who is, choreographed for Doechii, for her tours, Tate McRae, her videos and tours, Natalia Favia, Mark Ballas, Jenna Johnson, Val. I mean, the list. Who else? There's so many.
We have so many amazing
Dom
faculty.
Kelly, Broadway.
Yeah,
it's incredible.
I think that's the most exciting part is that we're also going to have people that even taught us along our journey, and so the education that people are going to get from this tour is bar to none. I mean, and it's current as well as just solidified in skill. So it's really exciting.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
We're excited to get off the TV screen
and come and be with you
and be here face to face and to mentor, to teach, to connect, because that's what it's all about, right? Is the connection.
Speaking of being face to face and excited, you're expecting. Congratulations! Very exciting, you and Haley.
Thank you.
How
Juju.
There you go. You got the whole family. But how are you planning on balancing being a father with your continued world takeover here?
I can't wait. I honestly just cannot wait to be a father. How to balance that is a good question. I don't know. But I can't wait to hold that baby and for my heart to be cracked open and for everything to change.
We could already see the slow, the dancing together.
I did this the other day, and I did this, and I just started crying. So I was like,
I'm telling you, I feel like you have been ready to be a father for a long time. I remember just so many memories. I have one, actually, a picture of you and I when you won one of your mirror balls with one Bindi Irwin when I'm pregnant. And I remembered even talking about it then, like you all have such a strong family, like the entire Huff clan, right?
Yeah.
But that was Bindi. Now her brother is going to be on the next season of Dancing with the Stars,
Crazy.
Robert Irwin. We also have Alex Earl. And then I know Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, both Whitney Levitt and Jen Affleck. So that's who we've announced. We're going to announce everybody else next month. But who are you hoping, and do you have any advice for competitors?
I don't know who I'm hoping for. I will just say that this show has, for 20 years been in the homes of all of us for so many years.
Wow.
I know,
That's
right?
incredible.
And,
that picture was 10 years ago.
I know. And I think the more authentic you can be when you show up on that dance floor and open your heart and know that people are rooting to watch your journey versus being perfect. I think it's a transformation show masked in dancing and fringe and glitter. So the more you can take somebody on that journey with you, that's my piece of advice for anybody coming on the show.
Yo, you better work hard. You better work. No, I'm just kidding.
You both have a really cool history with Robert Irwin, obviously, Bindi, but you also were seen playing with his reptiles.
Honestly, yeah. I love reptiles, and the snake was out, and I was like, can I hold that? So we'll see what other animals and reptiles he brings on the show, but I'm in. Put me in.
Robert
let's go.
grew up. Look at him. He's a man.
I know.
That was 10 years ago, too, that when we saw, and you said he was 11 at that point. All right. Thank you both for being here. We really appreciate you and everything you're bringing to the world. Congrats, and give Haley our best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Tickets for the Ovation Tour are on sale Wednesday. And coming up, we've got the Self Sneaker Awards, so stick around. Thank you.
It's got to be the shoes. We are back now and ready to step out in style with the hottest sneakers from this year's Self Sneaker Awards. Editor-in-Chief Jessica Krull joins us. She's got some of the top picks. They are all shoppable. Welcome. Thank you for being here. How do you select? How do you and your team select which shoes are the ones?
Our editors test for months. For about 4 months we test, but we also get some pros in. We get some trainers, some running coaches, some athletes to test with us. We tested over 200 pairs of shoes, and these are our favorites.
Whoa.
I happen to be a huge sneaker fan. I know these in particular are good for running or hiking, any kind of adventure.
Hiking, right. So these Merrell shoes are really great for hiking. You see on the bottom, they have the perfect kind of space and traction, so rocks don't get stuck in here as you're hiking. It's for a light hike, right? But they still have a rock plate in them, so you have the support you need for uneven terrain, which is really important when you're hiking. But you can also just go on the street with them.
And they're pretty lightweight.
They're very lightweight, so these aren't your super serious hiking boots, but they get the job done if you're just going for a casual trail walk and then going to the store or the sidewalk after.
Okay, and how about something for people who like to have a comfortable commute?
Yes, well, this was our #1 favorite commuter shoe, which is very important to New Yorkers around here, and these are from Dr. Scholl's. I know they don't look like Dr. Scholl's,
Right.
but
Dr.
they
Scholl
have
got his PhD in swag.
they have an insole that really supports the arch. You can feel it in there. Yes. I mean, everyone on our team really loves these.
After wearing these heels this morning, I am
I'm ready for those.
these.
Same.
Yes. And how about this is Walk It Out?
This was the best walking shoe. It is really good all around. Everyone loves On because they have a great consistent walking shoe. The support on the heel is also amazing. And, you know, we just found out you don't have to walk 10,000 steps. 7,000 is enough.
That's right.
7,000 is enough.
That's good news.
And these are great for those walks.
All right. What are these? Are these cleats? Are they?
No.
You're wearing the
I'm wearing these in silver. Yes. So these are the Adidas Taekwondo shoes. Everyone loves the Sambas, but this is our new favorite. It has that ballerina style, so it's really lightweight, and this is an editor pick, so it's more for fashion than anything, but the style is just adorable.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool, and it just feels like you can slip it on. You don't have to worry
it's a
about
slip-on
laces
shoe,
or anything.
and the colors are really amazing. It comes in men's and women's, and I've been wearing them all day.
And what do we have over here?
So this is our best support shoe. So if you need a shoe because you stand all day, maybe not in your heels, but exactly, all of our stage crew here, these are great for support. So they're great for travel days. They have more heel support. So if you're on your feet all day, that's where you need the most support. And they come in great colors, so they match a lot of different outfits, which makes them great for an all-day standing gig.
I feel like you care a lot about matching the different outfits. Just
Look,
for sure.
We get another moment for the shoes. Here.
I like a shoe more for fashion. Oh, yes.
What about running? Which is your favorite for the running?
So we are a big fan of Hoka's for running. We actually selected a couple different Hoka's for our list. So we have the Hoka Mocs, which I know you just got a pair of as a runner. You love those. We also have the classic Clifton 10s, which are more for a casual runner, someone who's not so attached.
Why'd you look at me?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just know.
I'll have
we
you
have
know,
a pro
I
here.
run marathons like Lindsay Davis. I might not be as fast.
Well, thank you, Miss Cruel. We appreciate it. All of these shoes are shoppable on our website. You can scan the QR code right on your screen. We'll be right back.
All right, great show today, guys.
Yeah,
That was fun. Thank you for watching.
And for more, you can check out what you need to know anytime on Disney Plus. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.